cinematic jugglery. His jhakkas moves have won our hearts, and he further conquered Bollywood with Hollywood with Slumdog Millionaire. His charismatic creativity made cult films like Ram Lakhan more effulgent, Tal more musical, and Lamhe even more relevant today. For him, versatility is the road to immortality. The man who never hits a stump, who never rests, supremely popular, universally loved, he is one of the edifices on which Indian cinema rests. A quick glance at his creative journey fills the heart with pure, unadulterated envy. So much color, so much style, so much diversity cannot be the monopoly of one man alone. It is my pleasure, honor, and privilege to present to you the cinematic wizard, Anil Kapoor ji. Can we hear it for him? Yes, now the grandfather to Vayu. Congratulations. Absolutely. We have another stellar luminary with us today. She epitomizes simplicity and sagacity. She has given us sumptuous slices of Indian cinema, whether it was her iconic books on Hema Malini and Amitabh Bachchan or over 5,000 columns. She's a creative genius whose pen is as prolific today as it was 4 decades ago. She bonds with cinematic legends like Anil Kapoor ji, and her relationships go beyond showbiz. She is the only journalist today visible in all the mediums, be it radio, the web, TV, or print. She loves the grit and glamour of Bollywood, and the abiding love for her mother tongue, Gujarati, is unparalleled. How do I introduce a legend to whom we owe most of our cinematic know-how, which is embedded in her verbal landscape? Ladies and gentlemen, please can we hear it for the versatile, the vivacious, and the vibrant Bhavna Somaya ji. She wears many literary and cultural mantles. Film journalist, editor, translator, columnist, critique, podcaster, radio personality, costume designer, classical dancer, Padma Shri awardee in 2017. I'm running out of breath as well as words to describe the momentous accomplishments of our distinguished guests. I will settle for simply saying I'm proud to welcome Bhavna ji and hope that some of her luster would rub on to all of us present here today. We are here to unveil her latest book, Letters to Self, by our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, which has been translated to English by the esteemed film journalist and historian. The book delves deep into the inner musing and ruminations which came to life in rhyme and meter. This one expresses Narendra Modi's unpolished, unrestrained ideas, dreams, and concerns on an array of subjects ranging from beauties of nature to the trials and tribulations of life. Please may I invite Anil Kapoor to launch Bhavna ji's book, Letters to Self. So please can we have you on the dais, Bhavna ji. Can I also request Ehsas Mumbai members, Karishma Mehta and Ruhi, to please join us on stage for a nice group photograph. In Gujarat.
What happens at book events is that whenever it's a translation, we tend to forget the original. And I think it's very important to feel the presence of the original and then read the translation so that those who understand the language understand the meaning, and those who don't understand the language understand the meter. And that is why Ojas Raval, was he introduced? Why was he not introduced? Anyway, so Ojas Rawal is a renowned actor on stage as well as on television, and is also doing movies on the web. He is a very refined, sensitive actor who I met at Navratri, where both of us were judges. And I told him that I'm doing this book release and I want you to read the translation. Ojas has been, when Narendra Modi was the chief minister, he used to do his, kya bolte, barabar bolo? Anchoring, all the anchoring for him. And I apologize, Ojas, that how they forgot your introduction. मगर शायद मेरी किस्मत में था, इसलिए मुझे आपको introduce करना था.
And it just got all better. This is when I miss my anxiety pills. It is my pride and privilege to recite the words that have come from the mind of Shri Narendra Modi. With due respect to Bhavna ji, Anil sir, and the August gathering. First one, Achanak. અંધકારના કાળા કાગળ પર હું ચિતરું છું એક સરોવર. અંધકારના કાળા કાગળ પર હું ચિતરું છું એક સરોવર. સરોવર પર ઝૂકે એક ડાળી ભમરાનો ગુંજારવ લઈને. ઘેરા અંધકારને હળવો કરવા, ઘેરા અંધકારને હળવો કરવા હું ચિતરું છું એક ચંદ્ર. હવાને આપું છું ભૂરો રંગ, સરોવરના શાંત જળ જેવો. અચાનક અચાનક વૈશાખનો બપોરી સૂરજ, અચાનક વૈશાખનો બપોરી સૂરજ કાગળને બાળીને ભસ્મીભૂત કરી નાખે છે અને મારા હાથમાં થીજી જાય છે પીંછી. મેંડકનો ચિત્કાર, મોસમના સપના, સપનાની મોસમ. મેંડકનો ચિત્કાર, મોસમના સપના, સપનાની મોસમ, સઘળું બાષ્પીભવન.
Let me tell you that actor बहुत कमाल की चीज़ होती है, क्योंकि Ojas has had a kind of a crisis this morning, and he has finished all that crisis and everything relates to that, and is here with us and is also emoting on Prime Minister's poems. Now I'll read the translation. On a black paper of darkness, I draw a pond. Over the pond stoops a branch, and on the branch hums a bee. To diminish the darkness, I paint a luminous moon, lend shades of blue to the breeze, as cool as the water in the pond. All of a sudden, the midsummer sun burns the paper, turns it into ash, and the brush freezes in my hand. The frog croaks. Season of dreams, or dreams of season. Everything disperses.
પતંગ. પતંગ જાણે કે મારો ગાયત્રી મંત્ર. પતંગ જાણે કે મારો ગાયત્રી મંત્ર. શ્રીમંત હોય, ધીમંત હોય કે રંક હોય, બધાને જ કટી પતંગ ભેગો કરવાનો આનંદ. અને આ આનંદ નોખો અનોખો. કપાયેલા પતંગ પાસે, કપાયેલા પતંગ પાસે આકાશનો અનુભવ છે, હવાની દિશાનું ગતિનું જ્ઞાન છે. પોતે એકવાર ઊંચે ગયો ને ત્યાં થોડુંક રહ્યો. પોતે એકવાર ઊંચે ગયો અને થોડુંક ત્યાં રહ્યો. એનું પ્રત્યક્ષ પ્રમાણ છે. પતંગ મારું સૂર્ય તરફનું પ્રયાણ, પતંગ મારું સૂર્ય તરફનું પ્રયાણ, પતંગનો જીવ દોરમાં, પતંગનો જીવ દોરમાં, પતંગનો શિવ વ્યોમમાં. પતંગનો જીવ દોરમાં, પતંગનો શિવ વ્યોમમાં, પતંગનો દોર મારા હાથ, મારો દોર શિવજીના હાથ. પતંગનો દોર મારા હાથ, મારો દોર શિવજીના હાથ, પતંગ કાજે પવનવાટ, શિવજી બેઠા હિમઘાટ. પતંગના સપના માનવીથી ઊંચા અદકા, પતંગના સપના માનવીથી ઊંચા અદકા, પતંગ ઉડે શિવજીને ખોળે, માનવ ભોંય બેઠો ગૂંચ ઉકેલે.
The beauty of Prime Minister's poems is also the language and the vocabulary he uses. He uses what we call in Gujarati अलंकारी भाषा. और अगर आपने गुजराती में पढ़ा नहीं है तो अलंकारी भाषा को ट्रांसलेट करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. Kite is a celebration of speed, my journey towards sunlight. Kite is my glory, my life string in my control. Feet entrenched on the ground, my kite soars high in the sky, like a majestic bird. In a sky filled with kites, my kite, unentwined, is not enmeshed on some branches of a tree. Kite is like my Gayatri mantra. The affluent, the royal, and the poor all love to assemble broken kites. It's a joy unusual, indescribable. The broken kite has experience of the horizon, is acquainted with the speed of the winds. It has touched dizzying heights and survived, bearing testimony of its flight. Kite is my flight to sunlight. The string holds its breath. Its heart resides in the sky. I control the string of the kite. My Lord holds my string. The string desires the wind. Kite has unusual dreams, different from humans. It ascends and ascends till it arrives at the Lord's feet. The human sits in a corner, untangling the knots. It's the philosophic note that he gives to every poem.
ક્રિયાપદ મારી આસપાસ, મારી આસપાસ દોરો શબ્દનું વર્તુળ, મારી આસપાસ દોરો એક શબ્દનું વર્તુળ, પછી એ વર્તુળ ચોરસ કરો. એ વર્તુળ ચોરસમાં મૂકો રંગબેરંગી લખોટી જેવા શબ્દો, શબ્દો લીસ્સી લખોટી જેવા, કાચના શબ્દો, સાચના શબ્દો, કાચના શબ્દો, સાચના શબ્દો, આંસુ જેવા કે પૂર્ણવિરામ જેવા. વિશેષણોની આસપાસ મૂકો લક્ષ્મણ રેખા, વિશેષણોની આસપાસ મૂકો લક્ષ્મણ રેખા, રાખો મર્યાદા રામની, નામની આસપાસ રમ્યા કરો. મૂકો લક્ષ્મણ રેખા, રાખો મર્યાદા રામની, નામની આસપાસ રમ્યા કરો. શૂન્ય ચોકડીની રમત અને ક્રિયાપદ, અને ક્રિયાપદ મૂકો કેન્દ્રમાં. ક્રિયાપદ મૂકો કેન્દ્રમાં, પછી દોરો એક અનંત વર્તુળ.